everybody. Welcome back to another amazing episode of iHeartBBW.com. And tonight with me, I have Paisley Hayes. Hey, Paisley.
Hey, everybody.
We are doing weekly shows, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursdays to get you guys ready for Exxxotica and the Curvy BBW Fashion Show. Are you excited, Paisley?
I am ready. I'm excited.
How excited are you?
Well, it's going to be my second one, so I'm not nervous like I was the first time. So I think now it just allows room for excitement.
Yeah, I agree. I'm always excited. This is like, for me, I think one of the biggest highs I get is when girls who didn't think that they would ever be on the stage are there and they come off and they're like, oh my God, that was so awesome. That felt amazing. So
It really does. And that was my first time walking in a fashion show. So that I was nervous and excited, but then once it was over, it's like again.
You're like, as many fashion shows as you'll have me and I'll be in, right?
For sure. I'm always here to support.
Yeah. So do you have an idea of what you're going to do in this fashion show?
Actually, I haven't thought about that yet. I really do like the tassel idea. I love that.
What's the tassel idea?
Coming out there with the tassels, going like that. But I don't know if that would match the theme.
Ooh.
I don't know, because a lot of people twerk. I want to do something different. I just don't know what.
Girl, you did the splits. You killed it. You were like, I was like, okay.
Okay, I will say that before Exxxotica, me and Danica were like working out and going walking and stretching and stuff. And that's the last time I worked out.
The last time?
Because I was scared. I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't been to a convention and like just doing all that walking around. I know I'm just like out of shape. And so this time I'm not so nervous. So I haven't been working out.
Okay. Well, that's good. So what I wanted to talk about on this particular episode were tips and tricks for models that are attending Exxxotica, whether you're in the Curvy BBW Fashion Show, whether you're even Curvy or BBW, whoever you may be, male, female, or otherwise, we want to give you some tips on attending Exxxotica and some things that'll help you so that you don't ruin your time, because one of the things I know Paisley experienced was bringing too much stuff. Am I right?
Oh my gosh. Yes. It's hard packing all that stuff. Like you want to bring the right stuff, but I had to cam, so I had this laptop and all this extra stuff. You just want to minimize as much as you can because it gets hot, you get sweaty all under your boobs, and it's just, you can get frustrated in moments. So the less you have to carry, of course, bring what you need, but the less you have to carry is way better.
For sure. I know that's one of the things that I do. I bring way too much shit, and then you have to figure out where you're going to put it. You have to carry it around to and from the car, or to and from the hotel, or it's just a lot. It's a lot to be worried about. And what I really realized in Miami was that I didn't need that shit. I was bringing all kinds of equipment, never used it. It's just sat in the bag, and it was really unnecessary. So I am definitely going to take advantage of packing light. And the first tip that we have, packing light and putting your phone, your credit card, your money, your ID into like a fanny pack or like a satchel bag, something small that will give you enough space to like put things in, but you don't need to take that much with you. And you get bags when you're there. So if you're going to buy something, or if you pick up swag, or you pick up business cards or whatever, you'll get bags at the show. So you won't really need to bring that much to begin with. Is this calling me? I am busy on a freaking live right now. It's a bill collector. They're like, yeah, we know you're live, lady. I should answer it while we're live. Like, yes, I know I owe you money. I'm trying to make it right now. But to add to that, things that you should bring, you should always bring your identification. You are required to show proof of ID to prove that you are over 18. If you have a ticket at will call, which the models that are in the fashion show will have a ticket at will call, or they'll have the wristband at will call. You'll need your ID to pick that up to verify that you are who you say you are. And you should always have your ID on you at any given time anyways, because if some shit pops off, you just need to be able to prove that you are who you say you are. Secondly, I always recommend, I usually bring like a backup Cash App card. I don't bring the card that has all my money on it, just because I'm very irresponsible and I tend to lose shit. So I cannot be trusted. I don't like to bring cash, even though I bring cash for my cash drawer. You know, that's a given for a business. But like as a model that's just going to be like at the booth, walking around, or in the fashion show, whatever you're going to be doing, you don't want to have like a whole bunch of cash on you, because it's easy to lose. It's easy for the bills to just fall out. Once someone picks it up, they don't need a PIN number to spend it. So definitely I would refrain, or, you know, just very little cash. I've heard girls bring in thousands of dollars and I'm like, why would you do that? Because if you lose that cash, it's gone. That's it. Finito. Yeah. Another item that I do recommend bringing is a small power bank, fully charged, with a cord to your cell phone, so that you're able to recharge your device if in fact you run out of battery life, which more than likely you will. We take a lot of pictures, a lot of videos. We're on our social media. So you'll want to make sure that you're able to keep your phone fully charged. So a small power bank, you can get one for pretty inexpensive on Amazon.
I think you told me about that, and last time I got one.
Yeah, actually on iHeartBBW.com, in our blog, we have, it's actually pinned at the top, and it has tips for tending Exxxotica. That blog is mostly geared towards items that you should buy or should think about bringing. So that's a great blog to read, and you can get a link to the one that we suggest on Amazon. But yeah, those are a few items that I do recommend bringing. Other than that, keep that shit at home. Maybe a Polaroid camera if you're interested in taking Polaroids, but I bring 2 and I never take pictures. So like I said, I'm infamous for bringing everything in the kitchen sink, but yet it just sits in my bag, or, you know, it doesn't get used. So that's number 1. Number 2, drink lots of water and a lot time to eat. It is extremely important. These are long days, especially if you're at the booth, or if you're exhibiting, or if you're just like me and you want to bounce around and treat it like the fair. I'm the kind of person that'll go to the fair when it opens and stay till that bitch is closed. Like, they got to kick me out. That's the same with Exxxotica. Like, I want to see everyone. I want to get on the seesaw, or the teeter-totter, whatever they call it. I want to get on the swing. I want to ride, you know, I want to do everything. And so it can be a really long day. And one of the things that I'm really lucky to have a partner who says, hey, you probably should eat. Let me go get you something, and brings it back. But when you're by yourself, you're solo dolo, or you're running with other models, it's easy to forget to drink plenty of water and eat. So that is something to think about. And the food inside, I know New Jersey has better food. Actually, I think New Jersey has the best food. So prepare and plan. And they have this really big, like, eating, like, food section, like with tables and chairs and stuff. So you definitely have a place. Like, Miami was weird. Like, they had everything upstairs, and it was different. It was a lot different. So that's number 2. Number 3, if you're not going to wear comfortable shoes on the floor, at least bring some with you. A pair of slippers, a pair of slides, some Uggs, or something that you can put in your bag, or like easily store. Personally, I say a pair of flip-flops. Those are flat, really easy to slide into your little bag or put somewhere. And that way, when you're done walking in your heels or whatever the fuck you have on your feet, you can slide those slip-ons and be able to walk comfortably. Very important, because your feet will hurt for sure. Would you agree, Paisley?
Oh, yes. Yes. Your whole body gonna be hurting.
They were hurting?
My feet was hurting. Yeah. My arms were hurting too. Everything was hurting.
From carrying the bag. That's why I say, like, we really overpack. We be doing too much. For real. We really do too much. We think we need to bring everything. Like, I try to be over prepared. I don't care anymore. If it's that serious, and I'll go get it at the store. Like hopefully you'll have something at the show. Okay, so one, we got, what was number one? Oh, pack light. 2, drink plenty of water and plan for eating your meals. 3, comfortable shoes. 4, start taking your vitamins and airborne or vitamin C now. You are going to be in a crowd of a lot of people. There's a lot of germs and coughing and stuff in the air. You want to prepare yourself to combat that. Get your immune system built up now and be ready. So when you get there, your body isn't like, ah! I take vitamin C every day. So that's not really like a, that's a part of my daily regimen because I'm just trying to make sure that I don't ever get COVID again. But yeah, definitely take your vitamins. The vitamins I take are B12, vitamin C, calcium, biotin, evening primrose, and that's it. So what about you, Paige?
So I was told to make sure I take something, and of course I didn't listen because I'm like, oh, I'll be fine, whatever. And I felt a little like sniffles, and then I noticed a lot of people had got really sick right after the show too. And I'm like, oh, that's the little expo flu everybody was telling me about. So I'm definitely going to start taking vitamins and just being prepared, having throat lozenges on me while I'm there. And just, that was something I didn't listen to that I wish I would have.
Right. Also, some of the things that I do are like, I have a inhaler because I'm asthmatic, but I also bring stuff that's like the Flonase that helps with allergies. So if the area, which Edison does have like a lot of trees and flowers, like there's a lot of pollen in the air. So if you have really bad allergies, I always recommend to bring your Flonase or eye drops for the itchy eyes. And those are small items that you can easily just fit into your bag, and it's not like a huge thing to carry around. Which brings me to the next thing. Some other items that you should definitely have in your bag are deodorant, because it gets hot in there and you want to make sure that you're nice and fresh. I was experiencing some not so freshness in Miami because it was so fucking hot. Like the humidity on top of the Miami heat, it was like 105 degrees, and it's inside of an enclosed building with a lot of people. So after a while, I was like, woo, we need to take care of that. So I made sure I brought some spray deodorant to make sure I didn't have any odor, because that's no bueno, especially when you're like hugging fans and you're taking pictures with other models and like you're interacting with people and they're like really close to you. Another thing I always keep in my bag are the small little mouth, the like strips, the ones that you just stick on your tongue and it gives you like fresh breath. Those things are fabulous. And little pointer, they're great for when you're doing the they add a little bit of menthol. Okay. So if you want to spice things up a little bit,
well, yeah, I was gonna say that you definitely want something for your breath, because you don't realize how many guys are going to be, can I take a picture? Can I do this? You're going to see all your friends that you usually just talk to online, but now they're all in your face and you don't want to meet them. They're like, oh, Paisley got stank breath.
Well, not only that, but like you eat food, like throughout the day, it's natural for your breath to get a little funky. So those strips are awesome. I also have badge wipes and feminine spray just as an extra step of precaution in case, I get sweaty down there and I need to, make sure that. And I also keep my lotion and my body spray as well. So I want to make sure that there is no funkiness coming from anything up, on this body or anybody else who comes over and is like, hey, I might not feel so fresh. I can be like, here are a plethora of items.
Yeah, for sure.
And because it's a confidence thing. When you don't feel like you're your freshest, it can make you believe, like sometimes you really do stink and other times you think you do. You know what I mean? You're just like, oh wow. So yeah, those are some things to think of.
And then outfit changes. I don't think a lot of people think that, but you'd be surprised. Like you get wet down there and you got to change and you're in this laundry. It's like when you're camming or doing scenes with people, you're not wearing the same.
Right.
So outfit changes. I want to emphasize the water. I actually brought my bottles of water in because the bottles of water were like $5 each, and whenever I travel, I always buy a case of water, so I needed to drink them anyway. So water was very, very important, and I think you covered everything.
No, there's more, girl.
Okay,
there's more.
You want to do something? Well, like me, because I went with Chatterbait. So if you're gonna go with a company that's letting you sell products, make sure you have something to sell. Because you'll get there and everybody else will be selling something and you'll be the oddball, left out.
Right. We'll also find out what the terms of, like with our booth, I have to pay taxes. So there's a little bit of a difference because Chatterbait is a bigger company. They just balloon. Like, I don't know how they work it out. They umbrella pay it or something. I don't know. But definitely find out what's okay, what's not okay. But yeah, for sure. If you're going to be selling stuff, prints are really good. You can get 85 free prints a month on freeprints.com. And they print adult stuff. So at least they did for me. I sent them out of just a test to see if they would do it, but I sent them badge spreads, some butt stuff. Like, yeah, I tried them, and I was waiting for them to send me an email that said, "I'm sorry, we are a family establishment. We will not be printing those pictures." But they printed them bitches and sent them right to me. And I was like, if anybody finds these in the mailbox, they're gonna be like, whoa. So yeah, freeprints.com. Prints are real popular. Polaroids. Fans love to take a special picture with you. That's all theirs. Make sure you bring a Sharpie so that you can sign things. And that leads me to the next item, which is either a popple, which is basically people can scan. They can scan your popple and it populates your links. It takes them straight to the links. So that's a great way to eliminate having to walk around with a business card. But if you don't have that, the popple can be a little inconvenient. And I forgot about it the whole time I was in Miami. Matter of fact, your girlfriend Kate was the one that was like, hey, I got this thing called popple. And I bought one. And I did not use it one time in Miami. So business cards, make sure you have your business cards, have your scan code on there. And the reason why it's important to use a scan code and not put your social media on there is because if your social media account gets taken down and you have to change it, that business card is no longer useful. Like, you could still use it, but it's not even relevant anymore because all of the information on there isn't accurate. So that scan code allows you scan to your links page. That way, if anything changes, it'll still take them back to the same page and they'll just link to your social media because you've updated it, right? So business cards are extremely important. Hold on one second. I'm looking for the page that has everything on there because I cannot find my list. Is there anything else that you can think of, Paisley?
Speaking on the like the popple or the business cards, also there's a nail tech out here in Houston, and I'm sure you can find them elsewhere. They can put a barcode on your nails. So guys, strippers use this tactic a lot.
Really? I came up with the idea with the pasties. I was like, I want to put them on pasties so that
No, that's a good idea. If you have it pinned on your body, man. And another thing is, don't be shy. This is your time to shine. Every time you're walking around, don't walk around looking mad or grumpy because people are staring at you. So you better walk with your head held high with some confidence and a big smile on your face because people are watching.
I also say less is more. A lot of girls are like, oh, they want to get as naked as possible. But I'm like, you can still be sexy and create an allure. People are going to be attracted to you, whether, you not having clothes does not make you any sexier, if that makes sense. Like, you can be sexy. Like I go fully clothed. Well, I'm still sexy. Like my legs will be hanging out. I got like a skirt with a slit all the way up to my crotch. My titties are like, very much well, I can't
Popping.
for YouTube. But you know what I'm saying? Like I have my cleavage showing. But I said that to say this. Like I heard some of the girls in Miami talking about, oh, I need to show more. And I'm like, girl, you were wearing a sling. You don't need to show nothing else. Trust me, you have left nothing to the imagination. And if that's how you want to walk around Exxxotica, kudos to you. There is no shade on that. It's just for me, I feel like if you're going to be taking pictures, you want to think about things that can be posted on social media because that can be used to promote you. When you're naked, they can't share that on social media. So it's almost just like a personal picture rather than something that they can post and be proud of. So that's why I say wear enough to wear that, when they take your picture, they can post it on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. They can, do a video on TikTok. And those are ways that they can help promote you and you'll be safe for work, if that makes sense. So, and a lot of girls don't think about that. They're like, oh, I can get naked, so I'm going to walk around. Well, not naked. You got to cover your bits and pieces. But they're like, oh, I'm going to be more naked. And I'm like, no, you can still be sexy, but cover yourself enough to where you can be posted on social media. And I did that the last few shows, and I noticed I was getting tagged and posted on social media more than previously when I wore just lingerie. And you can see things that like too much cleavage showing or too much leg. Like one time I wore a bodysuit and it was really like a sling. And I didn't get as many posts. Like nobody was posting me. And I was like, damn, like, does nobody want to share that they took a picture with me? And then it was like, no, they can't post the picture because you're not wearing enough clothes. So just some things to think about. Inquiry minds want to know. Other than that, what I would also recommend for those of you that are traveling and flying, this has been an amazing tool to keep in my luggage, but I have one of those portable 50-pound, or I'm not sure how far it goes, but it's like one of those luggage weights. That thing is amazing because I am the overpacker, and I will, if the suitcase is huge, I'm going to stuff it until it's like barely zippable. And just because it fits into the suitcase does not mean that the airlines will take it. Their limitations are 50 pounds per bag. So what often happens is I've overpacked and my luggage is over 50 pounds. And nothing is more embarrassing than being at the airport and having to pull out panties, dildos, vibrators, whips, lollycocks, all the fun stuff that you accumulate at Exxxotica, lube.
Yeah. And that's what happened to me last time when I traveled. You get up there and then it's already expensive. So if you're like, dang, you don't want to pay it, then you're in front of all these people and you look broke. But then if you can't figure it out, you still have to pay it anyways, because what are you going to do? And it's just like, it was an extra $100.
What? You had to pay extra $100?
Mm-hmm.
Dang,
so I've never thought about that, but I'm glad you brought it up because I definitely think I need one. What is it called?
It's on the website. It's on the blog. 10 tips for attending Exxxotica. Hold on, I'll drop it in the chat. Or I'll send it in the group so you'll have it there. But essentially, it's just like a little handle thing. I think it came up to like $15 or $20, and it's so small that you could actually pack it. Because you want to take it with you. I end up bringing more stuff back because I love to shop. Yeah. But yeah, it's just a travel luggage scale, and it hooks to your bag, and then you pick it up, and it tells you how many pounds it is. So it is amazing. It saved me lots of money, and I also take like a small duffel bag, and I'll roll it and put it inside of my luggage when I'm coming. And then when I come back, if I have a little bit of extra stuff, I'll stick it inside of that bag and then try to maneuver my luggage so that, I'll put like some stuff together so it'll look like one bag. Like I'm real nifty with it. Hey, you got to save money. I'm not trying to pay no $75 or $100 for an extra bag. That's insane. That is insanity. Like, no, negative. Some other things that I will say is if you are not exhibiting and you don't have a place to put your stuff, That is another reason to pack light, because nothing is worse than, lugging around that big bag. And a lot of people, their booths barely hold their own things. And there's not, like with us, we have so many girls. If everybody puts their luggage at the booth will literally just be one big luggage space. So, you got to be mindful that when you bring stuff, you got to remember you have to have somewhere to put it. So, excuse me. Anyways, I think that's everything. I think we've truly covered the 10 basic things that you need to remember and take into consideration when you're getting ready for Exxxotica. Another thing is pack light for your flight. Paisley just said it. You pack too much stuff. Yeah. You end up having to spend more money for just your luggage, and that can be really, really expensive. So
can we touch on like the after parties a bit?
Absolutely.
I think it's cool to go down and show your face and mix and mingle a little bit, but not to get sloppy drunk. You don't want to be.
I think that's a good thing for the whole show, not just the after parties.
Oh. Well, I wouldn't drink during the show. It's too much walking around to be sitting up there trying to drink too. But
or edibles. I took edibles in Miami last year, girl. And then I took them in New Jersey. I was tore up. Like I was literally just stuck. Like. But yes, it's definitely important at the after parties, especially in New Jersey, because everyone pretty much stays at the Sheraton. I mean, that's really the same thing. Everybody stayed at the Embassy Suites for Chicago, the DoubleTree for Miami, and then Sheraton for Exxxotica, New Jersey. And there are fans there that are looking for situations, or not even just fans, but just random people that are like, let's see who's in here and is too inebriated to make, good choices. And always go with somebody. Like you should always have someone that is looking out for your best interests first and foremost. Like if you are going to drink, make sure there's someone there that's going to be like, no, sir, back it up. Protect your best interest. If you're a floater, somebody who's like, oh, hi, how are you? You're a fan? Where do you want to go? Okay. But yeah, not getting too. Oh, we got Kim. Kim Swallows. Hello.
Hi.
How are you? Let me put you back this way. We are talking about some tips for Exxxotica, and Paisley just mentioned not getting too sloppy drunk at the after parties.
Oh yeah, no. No, I've seen too many people make that mistake.
Yeah. It always ends bad, doesn't it?
Yes.
Not only that, but then you end up at the next day at the show. You look tore up from the floor up. You be looking like someone ran over you.
Yeah, you got them puffy eyes, the redness. It's horrible.
Or you're just walking around like,
look like a zombie.
Yeah. So definitely be mindful of your alcohol intake and your limits. I'm a lightweight. It does not take much for me to topple over. So I stay away. What are some other tips, Kim?
I would definitely say be mindful of like which event you go to. Don't try to go to all of them and you're going to tire yourself out, and that's just too much. I mean, I know everybody's going to, I want to go here, I want to go there. Well, pick and choose which ones and then go. Don't try to go to all of them, because then you're just tired and you again will look like a zombie. You're looking and it'll be horrible. I mean,
it's expensive because especially in New Jersey, like things are kind of far away. Yeah. My recommendation is to stay at the Sheraton and go to the parties that are there. Because one, it's convenient. You don't have to pay for extra Ubers or the shuttle or anything like that. And two, there's the Exxxotica staff is there. Like for me, I feel like it's just a safer place. And yeah, otherwise you just end up running around spending a bunch of money and chasing the party. And some people like that though.
Some do, which is fine, but I'm like, for me, no. I'm like you. I'd rather just stay at the Sheraton, have a few drinks, go back to my room.
Yeah, I'm too old for that shit. I don't even do the partying. Like, I don't even do the drinking. The most I've drank, I think, was in Miami last year. And I did get a little tipsy. I'm not going to lie. But hey, Cherry. But yeah, I stay away from that because I would be totally useless. I don't even know that I would show up the next day. I'd just be in my room like, hey, you guys got it?
I'll be honest, I almost never drink when I'm at Exxxotica, just for that reason. I let everybody else drink. I'll stand there and dance with you and have a little good time. And then when I'm done, I'm done. I'm like, okay, see you guys.
Well, for me, my mouth is reckless. And when I've been drinking, things tend to slip out fast before I can think about it. And so I just try not to put myself in those scenarios, because if something happens, I like to be in a state where I'm able to like think about it first and then react. But when I've been drinking, I react first and then think about it and be like, damn, this was probably not the best idea.
I have that problem a lot myself. And Chris is usually the one who's there to be like, stop, no.
Same.
Come back here. Come back. I'm like,
Same. Goes the same way. He'd be like, stop right now. Like, there was a situation in Miami where the ladies across from us were like, they kept coming over and trying to sell us these hot irons and these hair extensions.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And like, I don't know what happened, but the girl said something, because our booth was booming. Like, people were coming over there.
Yeah.
She made some little shitty ass comment. And it just was like, at the end of the day, I wasn't feeling it. And I got up to go say something. And he was like, sit down. It's not that serious. And I wasn't drinking. So I was like, I could just imagine if I had a little bit of liquor in me, I probably wouldn't have even gotten up. I probably would have just yelled and been like, hey.
I saw that. I was like, I remember they kept trying to get me to sit down there, like, let me flat iron your hair. I'm like, I'm good. Because all they're going to do is one strand, like this part right here, and then be like, okay, well, if you want the rest now, you got it. I'm like, no, I'm not going to pay for that.
Well, first of all, the flat iron was like $700. Then they tried to put some extensions in my hair, and those were $700. And I was like,
that was my thing. I was like, no, I'm good. I'm good.
Right.
I'm good. Mm-mm.
Thank you. I'll be all right.
Hey, I'll go back. I'll use my $130 one. It's fine.
Girl, I have a $40 one that I got from Walmart that has been the best flat iron. It was even better than my Chi.
Yep.
I couldn't tell you what brand it is. Like, it's so old, like the letters are scratched off. It's like 10 years old.
Yeah.
But that flat iron is like my old faithful. I've had an expensive ass Chi. The Chi broke. I had another one that I got at the mall that was like $200. That one didn't last. But this $40 one I got from Walmart, the best flat iron forever. Still to this day.
And you know what? I tell people all the time, I'm like, it's not always about how much it is. It's just, you find one that works, it's going to work. Right.
I just hope it never goes dead, because I don't know how I'm going to replace it, because I don't know the name of it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I know about it. So anyways, Big Cherry asked, she saw there was a plus size strip show. Is that something y'all have been to? No. Can't speak on it. I'm not saying I can't speak on it. I'm saying that, I don't know.
Oh yeah, I know about that, but yeah, I'm not part of that.
No.
I was asked and I was just like, that's not what I do. I'm sorry.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
To say. Anything else, Paisley? I see her brain over there looking away.
Our brain's always on 50 million different things. Just trying to be organized, get myself together, and stay focused.
Are you excited?
I am excited.
Me too. It's like a high school reunion. Like, I love seeing everyone, being able to hug them. And, but what's funny is Kim lives literally close to me. And
I do.
I only see her at Exxxotica.
We keep trying to meet up, and it's like, it just never happens.
You got your things, and I've just been like a hermit. I caught COVID, and COVID, it definitely changed a lot for me.
Yep.
It made me value being at home and not. Yeah, so I've been inside, and I've actually been restructuring my business. Like, I decided I'm not going to be a pussy puppet anymore. I like the femdom stuff. I like being in control and telling them what to do. And I've always been dominant, so that's not something that's been absent from my brand. It just hasn't been at the forefront. But now we're putting that pussy puppet to rest. And yeah, that's going to be my thing. So
cool.
I'm excited. Look at Paisley.
You know, like I'm like half femdom and half still the pussy puppet because I just think it's still fun to me.
Well, in 15 years, when it's been 18 years for you, then you'll be like, yeah, I'm good.
Oh, Lordy.
Maybe. I don't know. For me, I'm just like, all right. But you know what? A lot of it also has to do with the fact that I really love doing the back end stuff. I love doing the marketing and the social media and the graphics and stuff. So being that I like being in that position, I can be on the phone doing a phone, the PSO stuff and be like, get on your knees, mother. And then be like clicking away, working on a blog, blah, 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 blah. And then be like, are you talking to me? Like I have an ignore line that is my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
And they'll call me and I'll just be like, oh, you waiting for me to talk to you? We're going to keep waiting. Let them sit there and I'll be like, clink, 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 clink. Hey, Chris.
How you doing?
He had to let the dog in. She's outside whining.
Aw.
She was outside because I locked her out.
How many days are we from Exxxotica? Let me look at the calendar. And we got one on the front of the iHeartBBW.com page. It has a countdown to Exxxotica, and we are 42 days. Oh, shit. Turn that off, lady. 42 days, 17 hours, 18 minutes, and 51 seconds.
It's coming up.
It's the final countdown. Oh, okay.
I'm excited. I love Exxxotica. I have so much fun.
Me too. It is just it goes by so fast.
It's like you put in so much work. It takes so much to get everything organized. And then it's like as soon as it gets there, then you're just like, okay, nothing of what I thought was going to happen is about to happen the way I need it to happen. And then you go crazy because you want it to go that way and it's not going that way. But you can't help it when you got more than just yourself. So
right.
It's exhausting.
One day when we're super rich, we'll have our mega team.
Be like, no, you do it. I will watch.
If you guys are watching live or if you're watching the replay, we are still accepting applications for additional models. We do have a very healthy lineup, but we are considering additional models. So fill out our application at iHeartBBW.com/application. So yes, there's that. And you can always go to iHeartBBW.com to get the latest and greatest updated news on everything Curvy BBW Fashion Show and just everything BBW in general. We're turning it into an e-zine magazine with a quarterly print. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Starting in January.
Oh, cool.
So that'll be something that our first print will be at Exxxotica Chicago 2023.
I actually will be there this time.
Where are you gonna be?
No, I said I will. I'll be actually in Chicago this time.
Oh, you will. Well, then
Yes.
we got to get you in the magazine so you have some prints that your fans can get signed.
So yeah, I mean, this is the first time I'm like, okay, yes, I will definitely be at Chicago this year. I made sure I'll be in Chicago.
Chicago is awesome. It's just an amazing city as is.
Mm-hmm.
But like the show in itself is just a different group of people. Like each place has their own, like Miami for me is the beach and the pool. Yes. And like that whole tropical setting. Like the people, it's all right. But like for me, it's just that tropical setting. For New Jersey, the people are dope. New Jersey's just, I don't know. It's on a whole nother level on its own. Yeah. DC, I mean, that's our backyard. So of course we're going to be privy to that. But Chicago also has like a lot of love for like the curvy women. Okay. So it's very motivating and inspirational to be amongst people that really, really appreciate seeing us there and seeing the Curvy BBW Fashion Show and all of our awesome, beautiful ladies.
The beautiful women.
So anyhow, is there anything else anybody wants to add? Does anybody in the audience have any questions? I'm looking at the chat. I see you, Matthew. I see you, Big Cherry. I don't see any questions. But with that being said, we'll wrap this up. If you ladies want to introduce yourselves and give your social media and where our lovely viewers can find you, Paisley, go ahead and start for us.
All right, y'all. I'm Paisley Hayes. You can find me on Instagram at Paisley_Hayes. You can find me on YouTube, Paisley Hayes. And that's it for today.
Keeping it simple. All right, Kim.
I'm Kim Swallows. My IG is Kim Swallows Official. My Twitter is Kim Swallows. If you just type in Kim Swallows, I should pop up. Should.
And I am your lovely host, Carrie Platinum Pizzy Anthony. You can find me on everything Platinum PZZY and the number 1 for now. It's going to change soon, just so y'all know. But and make sure you guys keep it locked and loaded right here on iHeartBBW.com/YouTube every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Next week, we are going to have an open Q&A. So if you have any questions, you can leave them down in the comments, and we will be happy to answer them. Or you can come join us live next week and put it in the chat. We'll be answering your questions. If you're looking to apply as a model, if you're just curious about all things Curvy BBW Fashion Show and Exxxotica, that is your time to ask. But we will see you guys next week, same time, same bat channel. Bye, y'all.
Bye.